What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to talk about a heinous crime that occurred in 2022. I think it was around June of 2022, in which this man right here that you see killed this woman here. The guy's name is DeAndre Holloway. He was 25 at the time, so I guess he's 26 now. 27 now. And this girl right here, her name is liesea.dodd. She's 22 years old, or Liese, L-I-E-S-E. I guess it's Liese. Liesea.dodd. This guy killed this woman by way of decapitation. And if that wasn't bad enough, he threw her head in a dumpster and left her body in the house for a mother to find. And she was 8 months pregnant with a baby that wasn't his, and that'll come up later on in this story. This guy right here was an on-again, off-again boyfriend with an abusive, violent past with this girl. She moved out, moved to a new apartment, wasn't even there a hot second. Here he come, taking her life. We're going to go back and then back to the future with this one. So take a look at the videos I got set up for you, and I'll come back with commentary.
Now, DeAndre Holloway is locked up and faces multiple charges for a crime the police say was unthinkable. Justina Cornell shares the horrific details from Alton.
They let us know that somebody was found dead next door.
That's when April Wooten learned the unimaginable, that her neighbor, 22-year-old liesea.dodd, had been decapitated.
To have to lose a child that way, and that baby is an extension of her mother and the rest of her family, so they lost a child as well. They lost two.
Alton's police chief said that Dodd's mother hadn't heard from her in a few days, so last Thursday she went to check up on her daughter and found her in that horrific state.
The crime scene was at Dodd's apartment in Alton, off of Bolivar Street.
They just recently had moved in.
She was 8 months pregnant when she was killed. Her family was planning her baby shower at the end of June.
Her family would not be burying her and their grandchild.
Dodd had an on-again, off-again relationship with 22-year-old DeAndre Holloway for about 2 years. Now Holloway faces several charges. Alton police chief says
has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of intentional homicide of an unborn child.
We're here as a resource. We're here to be supportive.
Maggie Menifee is the executive director of Alive, an organization that advocates for survivors of domestic violence. She has seen an increase in violence and the severity of those cases.
Just this year alone, we've had 330 referrals from law enforcement who they have already screened the client to be at high risk of being murdered.
Meanwhile, April Wooten says she'll never forget the pain of her neighbor's mom after she learned what happened. Court records say the suspect is accused of leaving Dodd's head in a dumpster, and Wooten tells me she could feel the pain of Dodd's mother.
She looks so broken. She looks so broken.
Justina Cornell, 5 on your side.
6 tonight, neighbors and family are remembering a Metro East woman killed in her own home and what many are calling a senseless and brutal murder. It's a disturbing story that we do want to warn you is really graphic.
liesea.dodd's ex-boyfriend is accused of beheading her. News 4's Gabriela Vidal spoke with Dodd's mother about how she hopes her daughter will be remembered.
She was just a loving soul, just a beautiful soul, a beautiful smile.
That's Heidi Knoll describing her 22-year-old daughter, liesea.dodd, over the phone.
She had attended college and was planning on going into the medical field.
A bright soul planning out her life and the life of her first child, a baby girl due in late July.
I had just sent out invitations the prior Saturday for the baby shower. We were just excited and kind of gathering the items you need to have a baby.
But last week, Knoll discovered the unimaginable when she found Dodd inside her home decapitated.
It's not something I wish on anybody. So, yeah, I'd rather not speak on that.
I'm just really sad that it happened.
April Wooten says Dodd was her next-door neighbor. In the couple months, Dodd had lived on Boulevard Street in Alton. Wooten says she seemed like a kind-hearted person.
I have a 3-year-old daughter, and I could not imagine anybody putting their hands on her in any type of way, or happen to find my daughter like that.
Now Dodd's ex-boyfriend, Deundrea Holloway, faces charges in her death. Noel says he was not the father of Dodd's baby, and they'd been in a tumultuous on-again, off-again relationship for 2 years.
I made contact with her every day to check in. So there was quite a time span that she hadn't responded to me, and so that's what prompted me to go check on her.
Noel says she doesn't want her daughter's memory to be the way in which she was killed. Instead, how much she has touched the community with her kindness.
And I just wish she would have known how loved she was. You know, that she wouldn't have ever been alone, that she could have gotten out of this relationship and had a full life.
In Alton, Gabriella Vidal, News 4.
Madison County judge accepts a guilty plea from a man charged with decapitating his pregnant girlfriend in Alton.
Fox 2's Jeff Bernthal is live tonight from Edwardsville, where the victim's mother delivered a powerful message following today's sentencing. Jeff.
Yeah, a case that disturbed so many people. We are outside the Madison County Criminal Justice Center here in Edwardsville. This is where this all happened here. And this was a case back in 2022 where police referred to the individual, who is now sentenced to 60 years behind bars, as a savage monster.
This didn't have to end this way.
An emotional Heidi Knoll read a statement thanking police and prosecutors for reaching a guilty plea in the murders of her daughter, liesea.Dodd, and Dodd's unborn child.
This is a tragic outcome of a 2-year on and off again domestic violence relationship. This didn't have to end this way. My daughter should be here raising her toddler.
There were questions raised over the mental fitness of Deundrea Holloway to stand trial. This plea deal.
If you have a mental instability or mental illness, seek treatment and be consistent with your treatment. Understand that your condition or illness will not keep you from being held accountable for the crimes you commit.
Madison County State's Attorney Tom Hain thanked Noelle for her bravery and police and prosecutors for their dedication through such a difficult case.
You know, Lisa's last act, her hand was resting on a book about pregnancy. So her last thought was probably about her unborn child.
Holloway pleaded guilty to first-degree murder, intentional homicide of an unborn child, and concealment of a homicidal death.
Even if you think you can get away with a crime like this through domestic violence, you're not going to get away with it.
Lisa's mother pleads for anyone in an abusive relationship to seek help making a safe plan to escape.
It isn't easy, and it may be one of the hardest things you do, but your life is important, and you are worthy and deserve a life free from abuse.
And Hain said that had the Illinois Supreme Court considered the unborn child here a victim in terms of the sentencing phase, that this would have been an automatic life sentence. He is, however, confident that Holloway will be spending the rest of his life behind bars. Reporting live from Edwardsville, Jeff Bernthal, Fox 2 News.
Guys, that's the story of this vile son of a bitch, Deundrea Holloway. And he was sentenced to 60 years a few days ago. And I want you to listen to how they divvied the time, because he took a plea deal, which he shouldn't have got. She didn't get no deal when she pleaded for her life. He shouldn't get no goddamn plea deal. Justice system's a fucking joke. Said he got 30 years for her murder. Then 20 years for a homicide charge. I don't know what that means. Then 10 years of concealment. I guess like throwing the head in the dumpster. Now I want you to pay attention. The reason why he signed his deal is because they didn't include the 8-month-old, well, her being 8 months pregnant. They didn't include the infant as a body with him. Now look at this bullshit. It says that sentencing hearing had put an end to a protracted prosecution of Holloway, who spent months being treated in a state institution after a court found that he was mentally unfit to stand trial following an evaluation at the request of his defense attorney. Watch this. Further complications in Holloway's case included a decision handed down by Illinois Supreme Court, which held that the killing of a mother and her unborn child cannot be construed as multiple murders for the purpose of seeking a life sentence. Fuck a life sentence. Kill this fool. That's the thing. They letting these people live after two people are dead. Her and the child she carried within her body. And she died viciously. They said she died. Her hand was on the damn pregnancy book. Think about that. I don't know if this guy lived with her or not, but I know she moved in over there, and I guess he would come and go as he chose. The baby wasn't his, and he still was messing with this girl. What you think about that? As a man. Yeah, you dated a girl, and then she went and got pregnant by somebody else. I guess she moved on or whatever. Things happen, and here you are back in the fold. You think that ain't a recipe for disaster, especially when you a mentally unstable asshole? Your business should have been building elsewhere. Hell, it should have been in self-improvement. If you had some type of mental issue, just like the mom said, it's up to you to take care of that and get help for that. And you'll be held accountable if you don't. And it should be. You cut a woman's head off. Family messed up. Mother found her daughter like that. Things will never be the same. That girl, liesea.dodd, died. So did the family members, especially her mom, because her mom seen the hand of death firsthand and the results on her daughter. Her head was off and then found in the dumpster. What's messing with that? What is messing with that? How much hate you got in your heart for somebody that you run around here and mess around with, was in a relationship with, there was no good times? That's the thing. These people be in these domestic violence relationships and stuff like that, they will fight and try to beat somebody to death. And every time they raising their hand to hit this person or thinking about it, you never have no respect for the person because of the good times you had. You don't think about that. That's why I would have no tolerance for this type of shit. As a man, we always are held accountable for our actions, whether we like it or not. And here you go doing some dumb shit and all you had to do was walk the fuck out. And I'm more than sure she would have been happy. Because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of times you see crimes like this where you got dudes that are just doing this and terroristic stuff and control and abusive and stuff. A lot of times the chick don't even want to deal with them no more, but they just feel as though they can impede themselves into your life. It's chicks like that too out here. God don't want to mess with them. Here they come, causing nuisance, acting a fool with them, and shit happens. She moved to Alton or whatever it is to get away from him. Some odd reason, the door was cracked and here he come. Don't know what the deal is, but I know she's gone. Baby gone. He got 60 damn years for that shit? Come on, man. What's seen can't be unseen. The trauma on the family alone is enough to have you be like, yo, take him out of here. I don't understand how killing somebody in a malicious, violent way equals life in prison. You kill somebody and you still get to live. Let's give him a deal. He didn't offer her a deal. That's the thing. They giving these motherfuckers deal for what? Oh, well, we're confident he'll spend the rest of his life in prison. 60 years. What if he make it to 90? His old ass be walking the goddamn street like, woo, enjoying freedom again. She ain't coming up out the goddamn grave and her head ain't sure as hell ain't going back on her shoulders. And that baby ain't popping out no damn time soon. This is the craziest shit, man. Yo, I just look at since I've been covering stories on YouTube, like I don't really be watching the news like that. Like now it's like I do it and you starting to see some of the craziest shit. And then I think to myself, how blind I could have been if I wasn't even paying attention to stuff. Because, you know, we all live our lives. Once you start doing videos and seeing this type of stuff, man, it really have an effect on you. You know how hard it is to cut through a live human's neck? I've seen plenty of beheading videos, which is trifling. I can't stomach it no more. But I mean, come on. Come on, that takes time, effort, and a lot of work. And you did that. That right there is statement. When you see dudes do that type of shit, it's a statement in that. Something in them always wanted to do that. That's why they do that. Because I'm going to tell you something. When that blade went to that bone, she been stopped moving. You wasn't thinking about that baby. You damn sure wasn't thinking about her. You was only thinking about yourself and how you felt and how you wanted to exact your anger on her in that way. Fuck this shit. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. May this girl rest in peace. Prayers and condolences to the family. 60 years ain't enough. If they like it, I love it. I'm out.